It's solid 10 D&D. Let's play. 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 It's solid 10 D&D. Solid 10 D&D. Let's play. It's solid 10 D&D.
Greetings and welcome to Solid 10 D&D. I'm John. I will be your host and dungeon master for this wonderful Doomsday. Tonight we resume Chronicles of Nildoran, Lost Tomes with session 66. I am joined by the wonderful Solid 10 cast. However, we're down a Roddy, and a Fallout is a little bit late.
Wait, I'm literally right here.
Oh, there you are. Like
Voices from the ether.
voices.
How dare you talk shit about me
I wasn't.
when I'm not in the room.
Well then, this is a strong start. Let's see, where was I? Roddy is at a con. He's talking about all his haul.
Furrycon.
Yes, yeah. He says it's Comic-Con, but it's Furrycon, yeah. follow, just let me know when you want to pipe your camera on, and I will make adjustments on my end.
About to turn it on.
Let's see how do
Show me.
how do I make mine go away? Everybody's
You have a
crooked.
dragon now.
Hide my camera.
Ooh.
I don't think they can see you yet. It may take just a second.
No, I don't want to set up my email.
There we go. There you are. Awesome.
Dragon, he's nuts.
Technically, that's number 2 this evening. The other one was backstage.
Yeah.
You guys ready for some Dungeons and Dragons? I know I am.
They're
I'll be
good.
up with the characters.
Hell
I
yeah.
have mixed feelings about whether I'm ready for Dungeons and Dragons this week.
Yeah. Before we get into it, though, I'd like to thank our 2 ongoing sponsors. Phoenix, what do we have for our friends at Nat 20 Dicery this evening?
So we're gonna play a game. Me and my fellow cast members. So get ready, okay?
Oh boy.
All right.
Is this a test?
You
No,
know
it's a
what? I actually
contest.
gotta run. It was great seeing y'all.
You'll love it. You'll love it. Okay. So it's
All right.
kind of like a fill in the blank contest, okay? We all know that Nat 20 Dicery provides more than just dice. They also sell minis, okay? And they also have some cool skull things on there, but that's beside that point. So each of the blanks in the sentences is going to be a D&D monster, okay? And I'm going to read the sentences aloud for everybody, and I'll put it in like our little side chat too, just in case you need to see it a little bit longer than me reading it out loud. And then y'all are going to guess what goes in the blank.
Oh boy.
And chat, you can play along too, I'm sure. It'll be fun. Okay. So, mind blank are very tricky and should be avoided at all costs.
Goblins.
Okay, Hal got 1 point.
I was going to say flares.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
you're good players. By the way, I do have a word bank if y'all give up and want a word bank with it, okay? I want y'all to try to do it without the word bank.
Okay.
All right. You want to know a blank's secret vulnerability? An arrow straight up the butt.
Booty hole. I do it
Dragon D's.
Dragons. You
How-
were right there. Okay.
Of course,
this one is the
Roddy
one
got
that I
it.
made. This is the one that I made specifically with hearting in mind. Okay.
Dangerous.
You ready? Blank? I hardly know her.
I don't know. I do so many.
It has to be a monster in D&D. Huh? Let me know if you want the word bank.
Can I see you? Can I phone a friend?
Did you say a phone
You got all
or something else?
Oh my god.
All right, I'll give y'all the word bank. Okay,
Word bank.
there you go. It's in the side session chat.
Oh God. Where's the holder?
The holder. Okay.
There's so many that could have been.
Yeah. If you'd have said another one that would have worked, it would have been fun. All right. Hey there. What's blank?
Kraken.
Very nice.
Okay, so far I think it's 2 Hal and then Bug and Hurting both have 1. Okay, so this is the last one. See if it's a tie or if Hal's gonna take it. Okay. You don't blank me.
Don't know me?
No.
You don't know me.
Oh, it's a no.
Okay,
This is just how I know.
Oh,
so Fallout and Hal tied. So congrats. I have no prizes for you. You get to play D&D tonight.
hey, that's
Definite prize.
But anyways, not all of the monsters that we just did are on that 20 dicery for minis, but they do have like pirates, drow, banshee, basilisk, a frog hemoth, a demogoron, lots of things. You can use the link in chat for the 10% discount and go check out all the things that they do have to offer. They even had this like tavern set, and like it comes with lots of cool things. It looks really good. But I'm sure that they had something that you could use in your next in-person D&D game. Back to you, Mr. DM.
that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Phoenix. And thank you, our friends at Nat 20 Dicery. Our second sponsor is Mystery Dice Goblins. To all of our friends in Europe, this one is local for you. Everyone can enjoy 20% off your first order by using, I think this is the right one, the link in chat. It might help if I, type in the right place. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I haven't talked to them much, so that's all I'm doing for that. They have some cool mystery sets. I looked through a lot of pins and things like that. Go check it out. I had a blast with part 2 of Heartbound. Enjoyed Hal and Phoenix and Ghost and Sage and Mac. Like, that was a lot of fun. It's nice to find a conclusion in a story and it be exciting. Phoenix, you almost died. We have another one shot coming up soon. Not sure exactly when yet. If you'd like to play with us, please apply at solidtendnd.com. Always looking for some new faces, some fresh perspectives to come in and play with us at the table, the virtual table. As is tradition, when we hit our bits or sub goals, we will give away a t-shirt in chat. I think this session or this month, there's a new shirt, which Bug will tell you about. I think we'll give that one away. Speaking of, Bug, what's up with the shop?
Hello, friend. Been a while. As usual, I love to talk about our lovely store. The most recent additions, having been talked about last time, we have the Gleeman robe, giant throw blanket. We have the clerical work t-shirt from Heartbound. We have the new Solid 10 hoodie, pullover. But we also have, in the spirit of Pride Month, our very own Solid 10 logo with a rainbow. It was launched today. It is up now. It is also available in the promo. So if you're in the spirit of giving, you can go click on that, and underneath add to cart, you can click the button gift to chat and give it to some of your Solid 10 friends here today. And you can do that with a lot of our other t-shirts, not just their t-shirts, but also some other specialty items. So whenever you get a chance on our break to go check it out, you can always gift anything that you would like to our lovely friends here. And all of our wonderful stickers, our new stickers, as well as that rainbow Solitan.
Apparently, you can also gift memberships.
Sorry. Uh-oh.
No, I can make stickers. Apparently, you can also gift memberships too, which I didn't realize was a thing until recently. But yeah, if you're interested, you can become a member for free. Feeling generous, gain some other perks by becoming a paid member. You can also find all of our socials, get discounts, and all of our other... There's info hidden everywhere on our website if you want to dig through it. Thank you, Bug. My brain divided by 0 at some point during all this. So we're changing up the way we're doing our giveaways a little bit. I think we'll be doing a giveaway on the last session of each month during the break. The prize will be a set of your very own dice from our friends at Nat 20 Dicery. So still trying to work the details out on that. So you probably noticed that the enter the giveaway thing is not there. I know Tech will probably come in and be like, where's the button? But moving on, you notice at the bottom we have a pool of luck, which the party can use to reroll any d20 one time, except for death saves. For 100 bits, you can add to the pool. 10 of them roll over each session, so players be sure to use them if you got them. You can also help them by casting Healing Word with channel points or bestowing disadvantage on me. I think that's all I've got. Did I cover everything? Is it time to play D&D?
I think so. It's time to roll some math rocks.
Is it time to play some D&D?
Yeah.
I think it might be. Alright, let's play some Solid 10 D&D. And we're back. Last we left the Nildoran. It's been a while, so let's go back a little bit. You guys were venturing north on the Sea Princess, leaving from Lastland, heading to infiltrate the goblin capital of Coldrot. You disembarked from the Sea Princess, and you crossed the frozen tundra, and you happened to cross a goblin, tied up in the snow. Crick, as he was called. He led you to an old dwarven door and through what was once grand halls beneath the mountains. Taking a moment, you searched through a small room on the side, a tomb. Beyond a spray in the face of a trapped chest, you found a few interesting things. A diary, a rough map of the area, or as it was long ago, a broken long sword, still radiating some type of magic, and a staff. As you were all about to exit the room, the sound of many footsteps echoed through the grand hall outside. Something was approaching. From the darkness, wave after wave of crazed goblins burst into the room. Making quick work of them, you thin the waves until a hulking troll, smelled really bad, pushed himself through the door. Several tense moments of combat ensued before the troll, too, finally fell. Its body crashed into the ground, shaking the room around you. In the moments of silence after the troll fell, somewhere out in the darkness, something bigger awoke and roared. Krek, who had been hiding through the confrontation, popped up from behind some rubble and implored you all it was time to run. He led you out, back through the Grand Hall, into a bridge over a deep chasm. He stopped ahead of you about halfway across and turned, and as the creature grew closer and closer, Krek's form warbled and shifted, revealing himself to be Tom, or his troubadour name, the Gleeman. He informed you all that he was sent by the Order to seal the foul beast back in the darkness, and he begged you to run. Dante refused, so you all gathered together and prepared as an enormous demon wreathed in flames appeared before you. It took to the air, and he struck hard and true again and again, until Dante was torn from the bridge's edge, unconscious. Falling through the darkness, the Gleeman dove after him, as the rest of you turned to flee. The Gleeman teleported to catch up, because of physics and gravity, I know how that works. Eventually catching Dante and shoving a healing potion in his mouth, bringing him back to consciousness. And then Dante pulled the immovable rod, pushed the button to stop their descent, and then working together, they teleported back up, using the rod to step back up, and joining all of you in a narrow tunnel several hundred feet away. In the tunnel, you hear the demon, the Balrog, roar its victory, or maybe it's irritation that you escaped, that you all grouped together in the darkness. In the tunnel, you're all kind of gathered together. What are you doing?
Well, I think we ended with Celine hugging Hal. So I guess she's just gonna keep hugging him till he doesn't need it anymore? Or until, the others start moving on.
I'm still like catatonic in my arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of you are kind of a little mentally fucked right now. You're all just silent in the darkness. Hal, you probably can't see because there's no light. You hear footsteps approach as the Gleeman is dragging Dante up to you all.
Guess I'll turn around. So I don't know how I'm holding them. It's been too long.
I think it was over the shoulder.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Nim-
going to like turn around
crawled
so
up.
like look, the dumb lizard man is fine. He's fucked up, but he's fine. His dumb ass is fine.
Can I tell that he's fine? I'm assuming he's dead, so I'm gonna look to the Gleeman.
He's standing and walking, so.
Oh, I thought you said he was dragging him.
No,
Okay.
dragging, like he's walking, but he's leading him. I mean, even though.
He is dragging.
Gotcha.
Yeah, neither of them can see, so they're kind of just making their way down the tunnel, probably following the sound of crying or talking or hugging or whatever you guys are doing. They're kind of following the sounds
It's
from
the
you.
sound of hugging.
Yeah. What is the sound of hugging?
The sound of. Never mind. Nope. Anyways, them having forced herself into a fireman's carry, is trying to get to Dante by whatever means necessary. So like
Don't
trying to
wanna
like
do that.
climb down.
I'm going to put you down like a normal, respectful human being. I'm half orc being.
Person.
So
And
how would that be? Knowing you, it would just be a full on just plop on the ground.
No, because it's Nim. It's like you don't
True.
even know my character. God.
Not even a little bit. So you're like gingerly like sitting her on her feet, sitting her on the ground.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
and Nim is going to run to both of them, and still tears running down her face, like both of them at the same time, just full on like neck hug.
Gleeman's like, huh! Who's that? And you see
Who do you
his
think?
you see his hand kind of, you say that, and you see his hand kind of light up and is wreathed in kind of an orange fire as he holds it up. Oh, Nim. Hey, I have Dante. He's
it looks
alive.
like you did more than what I asked.
He's alive.
Sorry I was so snappy. It was kind of rude of me. I just kind of said, you better go get him. You know, his body. But I mean, he brought more than just his body back. I was kind of just a little, I'm sorry. She like pets.
It's okay. I think we all thought he probably was dead.
Let's all agree to never play hero again, and when some old man tells us to run the fuck away, we run the fuck away. That's a great idea. I don't come up with those often.
I don't like to say this often, but yes, Harding, you're right, and he looks at the rest of you. I told you so.
Nim is going to let go of the Gleeman and then hug Dante with her other arm, and she's going to whisper a healing word into his ear and heal him for 8 points. So I will write this down.
Dante nods at you. Thanks you and kind of pats you on the shoulder. He takes a couple steps back and leans against the wall and slides down, kind of sitting. He coughs. He's got a weird look on his face. And then he says, I feel kind of weird. Before the words even come out, or before he finishes the sentence, a glowing light begins to kind of emanate from him. He looks down in his hands. It's bright. It's lighting up this whole tunnel. Before you know it, he's completely enveloped in it. You can't see him anymore. And there's this brief image of a golden compass spinning in the darkness before the light just vanishes. It's so bright. It's like an after image. You can't see anything. As you're plunged back into the darkness. A few moments go by and your eyes readjust. And Dante's gone. In the dim light that the Gleeman has, the flames wrapped around his hand, where Dante was, you can see where the gravel on the ground had been moved. But there is the staff that he found. It's just lying on the ground.
Don't think that was right. Don't think that was a thing that was supposed to happen.
You, like, get sucked into the staff?
Um, Sam's gonna walk over slowly and pick up the staff and take a look at it. See if there's any kind of... I can't remember if we deciphered this before. And just take a glance at it, see if there's any spark of magical energy.
Yes, that's how he found it. He used detect magic. It was glowing. Picking it up, it looks gray because it's dark. Now I guess there's enough light from the Gleeman who kind of stands up beside you, and he's holding his burning hand over it, casting light on it. It looks to be... Roll an investigation check for me. Let's roll some dice.
Investigation. $22.
22, okay. So it's probably 4.5 feet tall, like a good walking stick if you hold on to it, and it still extends beyond the top of your hand. It looks like it's made of wood, but in touching it, it's kind of cool. It looks like it may be petrified, kind of this swirling wood, and there is a gray stone set in the top of it. With a 22, you also see that there is some type of script carved down the side of it, but you can't read it.
Um, uh, hmm. Nim's gonna turn to the crew and say, does anyone want to hold on to this for now? Till we can figure out what happened to Dante?
What all do we know about it?
You know that it's magical, and you know what it looks like. There's some type of... some language on it.
What if it's like, what if he's like a genie and lamp, but he's just a lizard man in a stick, and you just gotta rub it the right way. I don't know much about rubbing sticks, though.
Oh, jeez.
Alternatively, I am good at this part, breaking things in half. Like you could just, and he just.
Let's
Right.
not take the gamble in the fact that I'm losing my accent. Hold on. um let's not take a chance in breaking it until we can figure out if he's even in here. Something tells me that that's not the case. And Nim's eyes, for those of you that can see, she's kind of like looking through and not looking at anyone.
Selena's gonna whisper to Hal as she's like still. I can't word it correctly. All of it's bad.
It's very difficult to word things in a safe manner with this group. Yes.
Comforting him in a hug. I'll just leave it at that. So she'll whisper to him, are you okay to move? Are you okay? We should still talk later, but you know.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I be okay? Our friend just jumped off the bridge at the end of a blazing sword or whip or whatever, and I ran. So, yeah, of course. But now he's alive, and then now he disappeared. I don't know about this place.
Forever.
I don't like the snow. I wanted to tell him, like, if you're going to stand and fight, stand behind Harding.
She's still holding him.
If I hear this, I'd be like, no, I wanted to run. I was going to run. You should have grabbed him and ran. That's on me.
Yeah, either way, I can move. I'm
Gleeman,
fine. Everything's fine.
The Gleeman is just nodding at all this, like, you see him kind of waving his hand around, just gesturing, and it's still on fire, like, it's shadows flickering.
So she'll take kind of a half step back and wipe away any tears that he missed. And say, we probably all have our own level of fault. I could have taken a different route to try to save him myself, and it would have been fine, but I didn't. So we'll learn. And she's gonna pull out of her bag a bedroll and like kind of like take part of it and like put part of it back in. She never really uses it, you know. So she's gonna wrap it around the quarterstaff because she doesn't want to touch it. Because to her, any type of teleportation magic she's ever seen or heard of, it takes all the stuff with you, but it didn't. So she still thinks he's inside. So she's just gonna kind of like wrap the bedroll like kind of around it a little, like part of it. She like rips, you know, takes it in half or something, you know. And then she's gonna tie it and then just like strap it to her back.
Okay.
She doesn't want to touch it.
So you said you took the staff?
Yes. But I don't ever touch it. I don't know if that means anything. But I don't touch it.
Really grasp it.
Firmly not grasp it.
Okay, Celine. As you take your bedroll and use it to grab the staff, kind of glancing at it before you put it away, you notice that the language that is carved on it is Druidic.
Oh. What does it say? As I still don't touch it and move it with the bedroll, you know. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to pull up character sheets. D&D Beyond.
I will whisper or say in a soft voice to Celine, do you want me to hold it for you? I can cast my little D thing and I can turn it as you need to read it.
Oh, and you won't have to touch it?
I mean, not That's with my hands or my physical hands.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great because it's kind of hard to see whenever, you know. Thank you.
Come on. Let's see, what does it say? It seems to be instructions in a sense of well, it starts with a name. It's Cruthal. And it pretty much is, as you read down it, it kind of, the words spiral around it, and it takes you a second to actually see them, because they're very fine and small, and it seems to spiral all the way down, starting at the top where the stone is. And as you're kind of, you and Hal are kind of working together, turning it whichever way, you read along it, and it says, it's the Cruthal staff. And kind of just to cut it short, it tells the story of a dwarf druid who once wielded this staff. Basically, it tells you to take some time with it. Concentrating, and you'll learn more.
She sighs heavily. Guess it didn't suck him into the staff, maybe.
Never gets
This was a
sucked at this
druid's.
point.
Yeah. I'm usually very careful with things that I spend time with. Wish I knew more about it. Do I know of any old druidic tales of sorts with this name?
Roll a history check.
Okay.
12. You think. I can't find another phrase. You think long and hard. And there are no bells of dwarven druids that ring in your mind.
Oh. I'll have to. I should. Okay, y'all, if I get cursed and turned into some sort of evil being, I give you permission to, like, bind me until y'all can, like, make it so I'm not evil, okay? Just feed me, you know. Water me. Because you need water.
Alright.
Okay, she's gonna sit with it however long they want to stay there, and if they want to move, then she'll pause the sitting with it until they get where they're going, and then she'll sit with it.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? You gonna stay here? You're only a few hundred feet into this tunnel. Everyone's catatonic, so I think Harding and Celine, it's kind of up to you guys to push everyone else along.
She'll go ahead and wrap it and put it on her back.
Okay.
She'll hook Hal's arm with hers. And
Hold
look and be
out
like, we should
my
get further
arm.
away.
For Nim. Nobody's going to
Uh,
be carried again.
Nim's going to take Harding's hand and interlock her fingers and use like the whole arm as like emotional support. Emotional support arm. Like,
It's
yeah.
probably about the size of you.
12 feet of arm. You're just. Yeah.
And just staring down the thing.
The Gleeman just kind of walks off ahead of you, holding his burning hand up for light. You carry on forward. The Gleeman walks for, it feels like a long time. Just being dark and oppressive. It's probably only about an hour that you walk before he stops and turns and waits on you all to catch up. He says that you all should probably rest. Took a beating. Hopefully Dante will turn up. Has that ever happened before? What was the compass thing?
My assumption is that if it's anything like it's been for me, it might be the tome.
Ah,
He did have 2 directions that he said the tome was pointing. Does it point in the form of a compass? Because there were 2 locations that he said that it was pointing.
Question, Mr. DM.
we.
There is a golden compass in in the leather of the front of the tome, right?
No, actually. The tome is
Okay.
itself white, and the edges are gilded in gold. The compass only appears when Dante uses it, and it's kind of this radiant golden energy. It's kind of a flat, kind of like it's projecting it upwards from within. But no, I don't think it's actually on the cover. I don't think.
And that energy can be seen by all of us or just him?
Ooh. I know that I've said this before, but I can't remember. I want to say you can probably see the golden glow, but you probably can't see where the needle is actually pointing on it. So you could see... I'm going to go half and half here. You can see it, but you can't see what it's actually pointing at, the direction or anything like that. I'll have to go back and check
He
the
did
logs.
say it out loud last time.
He did talk about the compass.
And he said the 2 directions that it was.
I'm assuming that is the compass that he uses to guide the path. Whenever he is in touch with his tome. And if all of the tomes are similar in that way, he's been taken somewhere. But we don't know exactly what each tome does. So it's wherever the tome wanted to take him.
So the Gleeman kind of settles down against the wall. Looks like he's settling into sleep. What are you guys doing?
Do we need to set up watch?
Did we walk forward?
Yeah, for about an hour.
Okay. I think it's only a few hours past that where it's the first something rot something. It's not the place we're going. It's
Nogrot.
something else.
Yeah, the Gleeman said
Yeah.
it was a couple hours down this path, and he
Yeah, about
probably
3 hours away.
Yeah, so you went maybe halfway.
Okay. So nice. Well, we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
We can set up watch like we did before. Take turns. How?
I can take the second half if y'all want. Because I only need to meditate for a few hours.
All right.
What's going on with Hal?
I think Hal's a little bit clingy, and as Celine grasps his arm kind of hand in hand, I think he'll ask if he can like hold her hand just to, I think he'll probably say something like, if that's okay, I can't really see in the dark, you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And he's not going to say virtually anything. This is probably the first time the group has not heard Hal talk for any length of time, because he always likes to say things because he's like jibber jabber kind of person, but he's pretty solemn and quiet, and he's going to, I can't really see in the dark, so I don't have much input to give. But when we do rest, I have a little bit of a song that will help bolster us. I think it'll be helpful,
All
but
right.
only when we rest.
Okay.
If we're comfortable enough to rest here, I mean, don't really know what's ahead, and we know what's behind. Gleeman's already taking a break, so
You just
I
hear.
can.
He's already snoring.
I can take first watch.
Take it with you.
Nim's gonna sit on the ground.
You have a hold of my arm, so I'm sitting on the ground too. I'll take my sword out
Celine-
and put it in the ground for to lean against, as she leans against me.
Celine's gonna bring Hal over to, I guess, the side of the wall near them, obviously, and get him to sit down with her.
Mm-hmm.
We're resting now. Did you want to do the song?
Okay, I can do that. And he'll start playing like a light lullaby that he heard his mother sing to him when he was younger, before she left. And I will play a song of rest if we're taking a short rest.
Okay.
Might as well take a short rest before a long rest because we
Yeah.
might get attacked and we might need some hit points.
Yeah, I think at this
Yeah.
point it's probably, it may be mid-afternoon.
Ah.
I'm trying to remember. So you guys got up and you
Shit.
ran.
We were about to take a long rest for the night because it was starting to get, the sun was going down, and then we heard the goblin, and then ran into the cave. It was
No, I
it was
think
almost
you woke up and Hal's bubble dropped, and Crick ran. You followed him, so it was
That's
morning.
right.
It was morning. You ran for maybe a couple hours, and you got to the door. You got through the door before the rock got you. Yeah,
That's right.
that was a rock. You went under the mountain and walked for a couple hours. Then the fight, which, I mean, the two fights, which really was probably only 20 minutes with the running in between, maybe if that, all the rounds. So it's probably midday. A couple hours afternoon, maybe, tops.
That's right. I guess we
So
really
short
only
rest.
need a short rest.
Yeah. And then we'll go to Nogrot and see if we can get information and possibly sleep there or on the other side of there towards Coldrot, depending on what we get at Nogrot. You know. If there's another goblin that's not like other goblins.
Right, so Hal plays his song. It kind of reverberates the tunnel, giving these kind of amazing acoustics as he plays, and you all take an hour to rest. So roll your hit dice. Roll your hit dice. Take a short rest. Let's see.
Guess I'll look at this stupid staff and see if I get cursed during my short rest.
So because of Hal's song, if you spend hit dice, spend one or more hit dice, each of you gains an additional 1d8 hit points. How do you roll that 1d8?
I can roll it. Since Hal feels completely guilty about not taking any injuries during the fight, we'll go ahead and roll a hit die. That's a 6.
So any of you that use your hit dice to regain hit points, add that.
What was that total?
An additional 6 hit points if you roll hit dice.
Gotcha.
All right, chat, you guys are going bananas. I'm going to have to go back and figure out how many bits this is to make sure we have all the luck points. I think it automatically adds some, but it doesn't
only
do
10
all
of
the...
them roll over, right?
It doesn't do all the math, so that's 3. We were at 4, so that's 7. So it got dirty rollers. So we need to add 10 more for Roddy. So plus 10. 10 more for Ninja Steve, so that's 20. 21. Okay, I need to add 21 more luck points for you guys. So you just pretty much every roll
Wow.
you need to roll with advantage now. Let's see. Gotta find a... Where's the thing? New window. Where's my... Alright, so Celine. As you... Oh, my computer's not wanting to work. As you take the time with the staff, you attune to it. you will refresh your sheet. It is now in your inventory.
Okay.
First staff of.
It's a homebrew item.
Oh.
Thank you all for the gifts. Let's see if I can figure out how to get the luck points to add, because my computer is refusing to cooperate. Let's see. Got it. Anything else you guys want to do while you kind of sit? You don't have to sleep for a short rest.
That's all right. Did you have a thing?
I'm just reading. I'm sorry.
Sam is going to take out her poem, and she's going to write in it. And essentially, I don't have a direct question, but see if she can find or sense Dante's presence or the Gilded Tome's presence.
So what do you write? This is important. Just vaguely, I'm gonna ask this, ancient, powerful, magical object. I need specifics. I'm sorry.
Do you know where the Gilded Tome is?
It takes a moment as your words disappear into the page. Two letters appear. It just says no.
Okay, that's it. That's all I had. Thank you.
Just kind of slam the book closed and disappear back into your pocket.
As the thing snaps shut, you'll all kind of hear them say, "Good chat."
All right, if there's nothing you guys want to do, I think you may be muted, Phoenix.
Oh, I am. I muted myself because I was making so many faces, and I was like, I don't want to accidentally be like, ooh, or something in the middle of y'all like talking something serious. Whenever you said good talk, was it like dripping with sarcasm?
Yes,
I thought so. She's just
absolutely.
probably still looking at the staff like, ooh.
All right, so the hour passes. And the Gleeman kind of he wakes up. He took a sleeping short rest. Celine, you have attuned to the Cruthul staff.
Yes.
As part of that song that I play, that is a short rest, I kind of end it with a flourish, and I play another different song about Dante running into the plains and through the desert, etc. It's a nice song about Dante and when he was with us. But everybody will get a heroic inspiration. So I can choose up to 4 other people who hear the song. So I guess that's everybody but me. So we've got more luck points, guys.
Hell yeah.
You guys are stacked up on it.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably attack you then, huh?
No.
Make us roll something.
All right, you gotta try all kinds of crazy stuff then. Roll all the dice.
Well, we're about to try to make some friends with goblins at Nogrot, so we might need it.
All right, so what are you doing? Gleeman kind of stands up and ears back, just cracks it. He kind of stretches a little bit. Oh, not the best place to sleep, but I feel a little better.
Get out of here before we decide to make any other friends.
I'll stand up and help her stand up and sheath my sword.
I'll stand up and help Hal stand up.
I guess Nim will start walking in the direction we were headed.
Before you continue on, the Gleeman is kind of standing in front of all of you, looking at you. I came here for a reason. I'm not going to continue on with you. I've got to go back and seal that thing away. I'll catch up with you at some point.
Oh, don't go back. Stay with us. I'm trying to act like, because we know it's a bad idea to go back with you. Dramatics.
So roll a performance check.
I need a dice.
Take advantage if
Damn.
you want. We have
Take advantage.
plenty.
No, I
love
don't need
point.
it. I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? All right.
Uh-huh.
So what? I'm pretty sure everyone picks up what you're putting down with this. Oh no. Yeah.
Ah, don't do it. Oh no.
The Gleeman kind of just looks at you like, yes, if Dante were here, I'd smack him, because I kind of got in my way with that. But if you don't hear from me, then just wait longer. Good luck. He kind of pushes through the group and walks back the way you came.
And Nim's gonna call out, "Don't you dare die, old man."
I'll do my best. He looks over his shoulder.
You owe my mother a dinner.
Like, he's disappeared kind of into the darkness, but you hear a loud, kind of an echoing chuckle as he continues. The Gleeman departed.
Let's go.
You all continue forward.
Celine is going to, I'm assuming that, hold on. So before she started moving, she goes to like grab Hal's hand and says, I still want. And then she's gonna walk with her eyes closed. And that's that.
That's it.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone's paying attention.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
Nim
can't see
probably-
shit.
Yeah, he's blind.
Here, I'll roll it. D20.
Yeah, let's.
That's a 3. So probably not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say now you're probably behind
Much
her,
as I would.
so you can't even see.
And you can't tell.
Huh?
Do we know where we're going? Somebody has a map. Who had the map? Was it Dante? Did Dante have the map? Dante had the map, didn't he?
Hal, who did you give the
'Cause
map
he
to?
checked it.
Because you picked the
Oh.
you picked the diary up out of the chest, and the map fell out, and you handed it to someone. Do you remember? Does anyone remember? Because I
I
don't.
don't remember
Me-
handing it to anybody.
It wasn't me. I was nowhere near there.
I don't think Dante was anywhere near there. No, he was, but it was
He
either
was casting
Harding.
detect magic on the stuff.
It was either
It had to
Harding
have
or
been, I would
Dante.
have handed it to.
Why would you give me a map?
All
Definitely
I
not
have
Hal.
is. All I have is we have a map.
I think you handed it to Dante. So shrug, DM shrug. You don't have the don't have the map.
Your Honor, my client claims oopsie daisy.
Yes, big oopsie daisy.
It's
All right.
just down this way another hour or two.
We're just in a straight tunnel. My
Yeah,
first time
down the
doing
tunnel.
this. Straight.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Nothing secret about it. It's just a tunnel.
The goblins.
So you continue on. What kind of pace are you setting? Just normal pace, quickly, quietly, and sneakily? How you moving? What's the marching order?
If someone's. Well, we kind of stated that Helene is guiding the way and Nim is behind her, so
I'm
Yeah.
an
I'm
emotional
assuming-
support.
Celine and Hal, and then Harding and Nim.
Yep.
The Nildoran would get lost in a straight tunnel in the dark.
Not this
Listen.
one.
All right, so Celine and Hal are in the front. Celine is walking forward through the darkness with her eyes closed,
Mhm.
which none of you know because you can't see her. Hal can't see her, and he's standing right next to her. And Harding and Nim, you're bringing up the rear. How quickly are you traveling?
I think we could travel normally for like 30 minutes. And then after that, you know what? Yeah, and then start kind of stealthing.
All right.
Going a little
All right.
Because we'll be getting close to the, you know, little settlement or whatever by then.
So you push forward, your footsteps echoing both directions down the tunnel. Occasionally a rock clatters as Harding in the back is just tromping along. Hal scuffs his feet now and then, not being able to see. 30 minutes pass, and it's much the same scenery to those of you that can see.
Start stealthing now.
All right, so everyone roll a stealth check.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm gonna use the luck point.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
I rolled a solid 10.
Nice.
Do I keep
I'm gonna
it?
use the luck point.
All right, so you all have your heroic inspiration still. Are you going to use that before you use luck points, or are you going to use luck points and save your heroic?
No, we use that heroic.
Does the heroic last for 8 hours?
It lasts until
If I can use
Play
that, it
song.
would be somewhat better.
you finish the next long rest. I think that's how it works.
Okay, then I'm going to use a luck point because we might not get to the long rest this game session and we'll lose the luck points.
We have like,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use luck point too.
All right, let's
I
use.
too will
how-
use a luck point.
So that's 3 or 4. All of you are using
I think
one.
it's 4. It's all of us. We all rolled awful-ish. I rolled awful.
All right.
Damn, I rolled a nat 20. It doesn't
Let's
matter. I got
go.
a -1, but it doesn't matter because I rolled a 14. So I have a 13 for stealth. I got too much ass.
All right, let me write this down.
Rolled
So,
Oh.
Nim,
21.
21. Harding,
13.
okay. Hal,
18.
18. And Celine,
19.
19. Not a bad average. Let me deduct these luck points. My automated thing is broken.
It happens.
It does happen. It's strange that it happens. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just like, I'm not going to work anymore. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I will manually do it. All right. So, pretty stealthy. No more kicking of rocks or scuffing of feet. You're kind of... Your pace slows, but you're creeping. Ahead of you, there's... You creep forward. Celine, you can't...
Actually, she's going to open her eyes now.
I was going to say, you can't see this because your eyes are closed. So Celine and Hal, you actually see ahead of you, there's a soft light around a bend. Harding and you see this too. You can kind of see it slowly. There's light. What are you doing?
There's light up ahead.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
the game plan here?
Thought you weren't supposed to go towards the light because you died. I'm too pretty to die.
Well, I can turn into animals again if you wanted me to scout it out and come back. But she kind of like shakes her head, like she closes her eyes and shakes her head a little bit. Of course, if I use one now for just convenience, I might not have it if we need it later. So,
Me too.
like if someone starts falling off of a cliff. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I guess we go together. Keep it close. Keep it quiet.
Okay.
Do you want to get behind? Since how do we want to do this?
To be behind Harding. So you can talk and Harding can protect.
Harding can do what Harding does best.
Get in
That-
between Danger and Nim.
Oh yes.
Okay. We switch out the order
Okay.
and
Clank, clank, clank of Harding's armor.
Clank, clank.
tink,
Uh,
tink, tink, tink.
Just little tinks as you kind of creep forward and peek around the corner. Let's see.
I was going to hum a little ditty under his breath a little bit. And that's probably, Celine, the first time you hear something that is more
About-
upbeat.
Is it about
And
Jack
so-
and Diane?
It's about Jack and something. Anyways. I'm
Oh,
going to
geez.
give... both Harding and Nem a bardic inspiration.
Is it a D8?
It's all your fault, Harding.
So can they have heroic
D10.
and bardic?
Yeah. Heroic is like the D20 test. The bardic is like the D10 I add
Got you.
that they can add to a roll.
Man, you guys are stacked. You should have done this last session.
We were just going to run away, really.
As you creep around the corner, you see a small alcove that is supposed to be a lot darker. Let's fix that. There's a campfire kind of burning off to the side. There are kind of things scattered about as you peer around.
Do we hear movement?
Roll a perception check.
What?
Whoever's trying to perceive, I guess.
Yes, I am. I'm up there.
Well, I guess I can let you all roll.
That's going to be a 13.
Well, you don't see anything. You don't see any movement.
I also rolled a 13.
The flames in the campfire kind of flicker. So the shadows are jumping. Harding, you're kind of distracted by Nem, and Nem, you're kind of distracted by everything, so... You don't see anything. You're still kind of... I feel like you're all kind of Scooby-Dooed, kind of just peeking around the corner to see what's going on. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna pick up a rock and toss it across the fire.
Kind of clatters. Tack, 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 tack. It's kind of reverberating. You hear a voice.
Did they agree?
What was that? Who is it? There's somebody there.
Gosh.
What are you doing?
Oh, spooky ghost.
Roll a deception check.
Wayne's gonna whisper and say, "I Nim was gonna do the talking."
She froze up, but I got scared. I was trying to help out my lady, man.
So what did you roll for your your deception check?
I rolled a 22.
22. You hear a ghost. I don't like ghosts. Fuck off, ghosts. You hear footsteps kind of moving away.
Celine's gonna say, "And Ghost, you will never come here again. I have saved you, dear sir."
And Nim's gonna Hello?
There's a long moment. the ghost gone?
I think so.
It's exactly what a ghost would say.
I mean, hi.
Hi, ghost. What do you want?
I don't know if it caught it, but Nim steps out into the. Oh boy.
I've never seen a purple ghost before.
Purple's in season.
What's a season? Slowly a figure walks out of the darkness, and this kind of stooped, very old goblin kind of shuffles out. He looks like he might be blind. It's hard to tell. Obviously he's not, because he said purple, but what are you doing?
What's your name? Just passing through.
There's power in a name. You don't just give it out. Give me your name first.
Call me Knight.
I'm sorry, what? Was that
Call
common?
me Knight. Call me Knight.
Hello, call me Knight.
That works.
My name is Deez.
I've heard that before somewhere. Some goblins came through. They were talking something about D's and mind goblins.
I thought it was him.
A couple weeks ago, they never came back by. I don't know what happened to them. You can call
Mind
me.
goblins get them?
I don't know. They were talking about them. Maybe they did. I'm Grozzlepox.
If there was that ghost. Don't worry, dear Brussels sprouts. We saved you from that ghost.
What was
So-
his name again?
Grozzlepox.
Grozzlepox.
So there are ghost mind goblins? This is just getting worse and worse. I think it's time to move.
Dear Grozzlepox, we're just passing through on our way to Nogrot. That's it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Do you have any food?
Got any,
I'm kind of hungry. I'm tired of rats. I ran out of rats.
if I give you some food, will you give me some information about Nogrot?
Sure.
Did y'all move a little closer?
I keep forgetting to add my things to my bag of colding. Doing maths. Quick maths. I probably have some, like, starting to, like, turn carrots and potatoes
Potatoes.
in my bag of potatoes in my my bag of colding, so I will turn those out and hand them to him.
Kind of takes them in his hands. He looks at them. Turns them over.
If you put them over a fire in some water.
As you're saying that, he just takes a big bite out of a raw potato that's cold and old, and you just hear like the crunching. Just he kind of nods and takes a bite out of
Quite starchy.
carrot. Be better with some rat. Thank you.
Grozzlepox, what can you tell me about the path ahead?
It's made of rock. It's dark. I've heard. Now, gotta be careful. It's the mine goblins.
Mind goblins. Right. Do you know what the mind goblins look like?
Just what this weird little goblin lady told me. It's about these, and I've never seen one. I've just heard about them. Now I mean, I guess you've heard of them too, because now they're ghost mine goblins. That's even more terrifying. I haven't been to Nogrot in a while. I kind of live out here alone. Obviously, he's just kind of walking around, ambling through his little campsite, kind of picking random things up, kind of talking over his shoulder. You see him kind of tuck away the half a potato and a carrot in a crate. Kind of sits down and he's playing with a fork that's kind of all bent up. I mean, what do you, I mean, he seems a little fuddled. I mean, it's just this tunnel.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder to Celine and like.
She'll walk forward with Hal attached, and she just kind of looks at him. Well, how long ago has it been since you've been there?
Let's see. He thinks really hard, like his mouth is kind of hanging open and he's looking up. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe like... It's been a lot of sleeps. I can't really count that high. I mean, I do not. There's kind of meta. There's no way to really track the days deep in a cave. From what he says, I mean, he's not very intelligent, so he can't count very high.
Yeah.
You figure you sleep in the dark. He's old, once or twice a day. It's been a lot of sleeps. It could have been years. But he's not very clear on that.
Well, last time you were there, how kindly were the residents to non-goblins?
Oh man, I mean, just don't start any fights. I don't think people are going to start a fight with you. It's like most places, I guess. I mean, I haven't been many places, so I don't really know, but I guess just be cool.
Okay. Are you planning on moving there since there's mind goblins that are ghosts now? We could protect you on the way. We could go with you.
He looks concerned for a second. He's like, no, probably not. I don't like people. Every moment of this right now, I actually really hate. Like, I don't.
Oh.
The last friends I made never came back. I heard this loud screaming. How did I describe it? Like a bag of cats being kicked down the stairs or something. Awful sound. Hated it. Heard that, and then I haven't seen them again. They were kind of cool. So I'm not going that way. And I'm not going back to town because I don't like people. So I think I'll find somewhere else.
Oh, okay. What is your favorite color?
See his eye twitch a little bit. Brown.
Okay. Pulls out her bag and she kind of she picks a seed and she blooms it into a flower, and it's like a yellow tulip. She's like, that's the closest I could get. Here you go.
What color is that?
It's a yellow. It's close to brown.
I like yellow. I don't
Sort
think.
of.
I like yellow. That's new. He kind of sniffs it, takes it. He hands you the bent up fork that he was holding. He kind of trades you for the flower.
Oh, well, that was a gift to you, but if you want to trade me the fork, that's fine.
He kind of pushes it towards you.
Okay. Thank you.
And tucks it
She'll
behind.
put the bent fork in her bag.
So add one bent up rusty fork to your inventory. Could be crucial later. Never know.
You never know.
So what are you doing? Watching all this?
I think he's just leaning against the wall, like thinking of what happened earlier today, and he's not really saying much. He's still in his funk at this point.
All right. And Harding, listening to all this?
I zoned out.
So Harding's staring off down the tunnel looking for mind goblin ghosts. You don't see any. So what are you doing?
Go ahead.
No, you can go.
Okay. Well, Pox, if you don't have anything else that you need us for, and I don't have anything else to give you, I guess we'll be on our way. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful time. Enjoy your fire.
Thanks, I guess. He kind of wanders off back into the dark.
Good luck finding a new home.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Tim's going to continue down the path.
I follow.
Celine's gonna try to cheer up Hal a little bit. So she's gonna get him walking, right? And then she's gonna turn to face him and walk backwards and hold his hands and close her eyes and dance as she walks backwards.
Oh. So
Maybe do twirl. You know?
roll a performance check with advantage.
$17.
Yeah. You pull it off without a hitch. You don't stumble. Hal? As you're kind of walking away slowly, she's doing this, and there's still light from the fire. So you can see what's going on. As the light gradually fades.
He cracks a little smile. He says, I didn't know you could dance.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody can dance.
There's a difference between somebody who can dance and somebody who wants to dance.
That is true. I just wanted to make you smile. Because of reasons.
Okay. Okay.
Did you see that I didn't have to open my eyes?
I wasn't really looking at your eyes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. They were closed, so you wouldn't have been able to see them anyways.
It's been so dark down here that just been walking with my eyes closed anyways, because you're leading me somewhere.
She'll stop dancing and then like kind of go off to the side and just like let go of one of his hands, right? Yeah. I am leading. But now I don't have to have my eyes open. Well, I guess something could still like fly and hit me in the face. And then she opens her eyes. Maybe I should still have my eyes open.
Yeah, you'd never see the mind goblin ghost coming.
We'll need to talk later. Okay?
Yeah, that would be good.
And I bet you Nim and Harding like to dance.
I do like to dance. I don't know if I heard that. Sorry.
It's very
She wasn't being quiet then.
It's very quiet in this tunnel. Like the only sounds are your footsteps and sound carries. So pretty much any conversation you have is not private unless you're actively trying to, in which case you need to roll a stealth check and roll really fucking high. So yeah, anything you say is heard. Nim and Harding, you talk about anything as you walk?
Nim's probably like trying to do some like self-soothing techniques, like breathing exercises, probably humming to herself. Probably that tune that Hal was singing about Dante the night before, or not the night before, but during the rest. She's probably just kind of every now and then tuning in, and it's Nim and Harding like to dance. I do like to dance.
I Harding would probably like lean down, like, hey, you all right? You okay? As much as you can be.
Um, trying really hard to not be. Um, reverting back to reverting back to hell adjacent mentality.
You're not blaming yourself, are you?
Well, I couldn't go get him if he didn't make it.
That's not on you. He made his own decision. If you want someone to blame, you can blame me. I should have put you down and fucking knocked his ass out and threw him over my shoulder like some having barkeep's daughter. Not that I speak from experience, actually. Um, anyways, it happened to a friend of mine.
Sure. All right.
So that's not the point. Don't blame yourself. You can blame me. I should have done that. We all made our choices. And much like the small angry one, he is alive, barely, from his own dumbassery. But he's out there. She's out there. No one's gone forever. We'll find him after we find what remains of the other tall elf man.
Right. She's gonna look over her shoulder to Celine and Hal. Just keep walking.
Blaine's face was very sad in that moment.
I think at this
Feeling we all
spot,
feel the same way.
this is a good spot to take a break. Welcome in, Raiders. It always times out to where you guys hit right where we're going to take a break. So we hit our goals earlier, so be sure to use the channel points to enter the giveaway. We'll after the break, we will see who wins. We'll give away our new shirt that is in the shop if you want to go check that out. Yeah, sorry, we were all cracking up talking to each other on the side because it's time to take a break. We'll be back in just a few. There's a new Nat 20 Dicery ad. Enjoy that. We'll be back in just a second.
It's one thing you'll say. It's time to die. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. One fight. It's one thing. Here we go. Are you ready? It's all a 10D and D. Let's play. It's solid 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 10D and D. D&D. Let's play. It's solid 10 D&D. Let's play. It's solid 10 D&D. It's Wednesday, it's time to play. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. On fight. It's Wednesday.
Thanks, Mac. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm glad we're just hanging out and chatting now. When we come back from the break, we kind of do a thing where we hang out and chat. Apparently, I was talking to the cast, and I guess they couldn't hear me either. I was just like, oh, and we're back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
we could hear you.
Oh, you could hear me? Okay.
They just
We couldn't.
couldn't. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so we're just gonna hang out for a few minutes and kind of chat about stuff. Anyone out there watching, if you haven't used your channel points to enter the giveaway, we're gonna do that in just a few minutes when we're done chatting before we get back into it. If you gifted subs or bits in this session, you're automatically entered. But go ahead and hit that button anyway. I think it's only 10 channel points. And it's open to anyone. So go for it. So over the break, Dante popped in from his break on his con and kind of chatted with us for a minute. Hey, look at that. Speak of the devil.
Get the Dragonborn.
Yep.
So what do you guys want to chat about?
It's been a minute,
What's that?
guys.
Yeah, it's been a minute, yeah.
I want to chat about like the perspective of Bug's webcam is so nice because we get to see her say, hey.
Hello. I got pretty lights now.
When do we
God,
think
Thanks, Scotty.
the next one shot's going to be?
Ooh. It was technically supposed to be on the 28th, but due to life and things, we had to push it to an unforeseen date. So whenever we get a confirmation on that, Mr. D and I will chat, and we can get a confirmation on that.
It'll probably be sometime in July.
Yep.
I'm thinking it may actually take the place of a Friday session. Depending on if we have players that are abroad, we may need to do it on a Saturday in the afternoon, just to kind of help compensate for that time, because it ends up. I know that Thaco Bear played with us once from Flying Orc at a 9 p.m. Eastern time, and for him, I think it was like he started at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning, and like he
Oof.
pulled an all-nighter playing with us, and that was awesome. Actually, Bug, you DM that one. That was what was that one
right.
called?
That was
Something.
the Halloween one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I died.
That was the first
Uh,
one I saw.
Hey.
What was that one called? Like, it's gonna bug me now. I still have it here somewhere.
Ashmore Manor.
Ashmore, yeah.
Ooh.
Ashstone Manor, yeah, that's what it
I
was.
wasn't even there, and I remember it. I don't know why.
Mhm.
'Cause I died.
I was there. Don't ask me anything though.
I'm looking forward to whenever that glass dragon's gonna show up.
I'll just wait.
Just wait, yeah.
Just saying.
So,
I'm looking forward to it.
so as it stands, we generally try to do one-shots every other month. In the past, Bug and I have been alternating doing them. But I'd love to bring you guys into it if you guys would like to DM a one-shot. I generally try to keep it in Truistria, so if you are going to DM it, you're going to get little nuggets of information that's meta that you probably wouldn't have before. We can put it in places that exist, or you can create a new place of your own. Like, I couldn't for the life of me think of anything, so Wexland just sprang from my head. It didn't exist before, and now it's a dot on the map. So kind of a way to flesh out the world a little bit more with small towns or places or stuff and things like that. If you have something written, then you can kind of shoehorn it into a place and kind of just adjust names and stuff and things. But I'd love to bring more DMs in. Let me just kind of sit back and watch my camera off and mic off.
What? You get to be a player during those. What are you talking about?
If we can make it work. I think if we could set up Foundry and do it, I could probably make it work. Some of the...
I have got you covered, my man.
Yeah. Get some of the tech stuff covered that way. But yeah, so then we could probably do them more frequently with more DMs. I think the thing is, though, it would take place of one of the Chronicles of Nildoran ones on Fridays, depending on who the players are. Anyone out there, if you want to play with us, there's an application form, solid10dnd.com. Love new faces. It's so much fun just to get somebody who thinks differently.
Well, I'm just saying, they may think differently at first. The group just kind of seeps in to your very being.
Solid 10 D&D does have a way to drive you right into the gutter. When it comes to particular turns of phrase, I struggle so hard now choosing my words.
I could not. I was gonna say, like, she's like petting his head, right? And I was like, that's not gonna work. And then I was like, well, maybe like running her fingers through his hair, right? And I was like, nope, you could still. And I couldn't figure anything else. I was like, comforting.
If you see me shrug and look like I just kind of give up and then I say something that immediately goes in the gutter, that's because I tried to think of something else and I just couldn't. It happens a lot.
It's because it's where it truly belongs. I'm sorry.
Just out there.
Out there. I will say, side note, Roddy wanted me to talk about his in-person session 0.
Ooh, yeah.
He got bit by the DM bug since the last time I've been in. And he had a blast DMing and we had a blast playing. He's like, I'm writing more just in case. And we're like, all right, great. He's like, let's get it. So he's very excited. It's very creepy, actually. And we started as a session 0 and we just kept going. So we're at our location and we walked in and the door slammed shut and he goes, all right, we'll pick up there next time. And we're like, okay.
Like, it's a
So
snowball effect.
We're all really excited about that.
Once you get going, you're just hanging out doing a one shot and, oh, nope, I built a whole world. Let's go. Let's spend the next 3 years doing this.
Hey.
Cool. Well, I guess it's time to see who won that giveaway. I've got all the names here. I think there are 8. So I'm going to roll a d8. Count down the list. Whammy, no whammy. Everybody's a winner. That's a 2. MGH. Congratulations.
Oh.
Hey.
I will get up with you to send you the information. It'll just link you directly to the website, and you'll punch all your stuff in, and it will show up in a week or 2. Congratulations. Oh boy. Back to the D&D. I've got to get my brain right. Nope, that's never happening. Anyway, congratulations, MGH. So, you met Grovelpox. Did I say that right? Grozzlepox. It's a Grozzlepox. Can't even remember my own NPC names.
Right.
You made your way down the tunnel. Some brief conversations as you walked along. Not a whole lot. Eventually, some time passes and you see tunnel ahead growing a bit lighter. The darkness is fading as you continue forward. What are you doing?
Celine went back to being side by side with Hal. I'm pretty sure I said that, but I just wanted to remind, with her eyes open, in case there's like a bat that wants to fly at her face.
Alright, so as the darkness is fading and you're moving forward, no, as far as I know, you're not being sneaky.
Well,
I mean,
Celine's not in front anymore. You'll follow their lead.
Nim's gonna turn around and back again and ask Celine and Hal, how are we feeling about approaching the ever-growing light at the end of the tunnel?
I think that is good. I'm tired of this darkness surrounding me.
With open arms. Got it. Stick close. If you need to stop for anything, let us know. And Nim's gonna keep walking. Normal pace. Head up. Probably a relaxed hand on her dagger.
Alright. Continue forward. Light grows brighter. And brighter.
Indeed.
As you emerge into this gigantic cavern, there's seems to be a town built in it, with lots of buildings, kind of ramshackle here and there, street lamps, kind of dimly lit, and you see many creatures moving around down the road ahead of you. The tunnel opens and a road seems to run right through this big cavern, kind of a main street, as it were. Buildings on either side, a couple stories tall, almost pushing the limits of the cavern's ceiling. It seems you've reached Nogrot. What you doing?
Is there any signage?
Roll a perception check.
Are there any animals?
Roll a perception check.
That is going to be a 13, sir.
Looking.
Remember, we got like 25 luck points.
You get. Look out the wazoo.
I mean, sure, I'll spend a luck point.
It's like fate is right there with you, guiding your hand this whole time.
I'll take a look.
No.
Point too.
That's a 5.
Fate is not with you.
No.
All right,
I've
so
not been chosen.
glancing around, you do see signs, but you can't read them. Celine, what did you roll?
Do I have to take the new roll or can I take the old roll?
I think you can use either with this.
Okay, 13.
You guys both roll. That's a lot of 13s tonight.
You're 13.
You see the occasion.
13.
Our last session was would have been on the 13th, so it's kind of catching up with you. Looking around, you see rats skittering. Occasional cat chasing along. The 13, that's about it. I'm kind of just standing in this tunnel, looking out at the town. What's the plan?
Do you want me to try to talk to one of the rats?
You can. Do you think that they would have that invaluable information?
They know about locations and possible monsters if they saw them, but it's only within the past, day. So, can't really.
I mean, that's up to you. Do you want to
just
try
trying
or
to-
do you want to go down?
Well, I'm trying to think of what information I would want to ask. I don't even know. We could ask where, there's a lot of food and try to find, a tavern. But
Yeah,
we could probably find that just walking.
true. As long as we keep to ourselves, I assume. Don't start the fight. Don't start shit. Keep your valuables close by. Like every other
Harding
town.
just grabs Nim from her clothes.
They're valuable.
Alright. There's no... I don't have anything for... Forgive me. The long day, long fight. If I don't have anything for sneaking around, so I guess we face it head on.
Do what the Gleeman said. Assume that there are goblins that are more like the goblin that wasn't a goblin.
Like him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just walk like we
forward
belong
we
here.
try. Yeah. keep an eye out for anything tavern-esque.
All right. Take your first steps to Nogrot, following the street. There are many goblins kind of moving about. A lot of them kind of do double takes, looking at you, but they don't say anything. You walk for a couple minutes down the road, and eventually you do see a sign hanging. You can't read it, but there is a mug kind of on it.
Okay.
Everybody roll a perception check for me, kind of as you walk.
$15.
15.
14.
18.
Hal?
Big Halsteer staring at his shoes. He rolled a 9.
A 9. Okay, so those of you that rolled decently, I'm just going to share it with all of you. You see several of these stapled to posts, walls.
Yes.
I
Uh,
love them.
From what you can gather, it's missing persons. You can't read what it says, but you see that there are four goblins on it.
Beautiful.
Neat little bows. There are lots of them. Like, they're kind of stapled everywhere, and so you're just several on the outside of what you're assuming is the tavern. I guess I could add this so everyone could see it.
Yeah.
So as you approach the tavern, gonna talk to each other, make plans.
Oh, side note. Celine never let go of Hal.
Big same. Big same.
Big same. I meant to add this before. Here we go.
Ricky. It's us. Sort of.
It's funny as it actually is the four of you.
It is the four of us.
It was the four of you, yeah.
so we're
They
that
played
one
Oops All
guy.
Goblins, yeah.
That was my
All
first
goblins.
game with y'all. It was so awesome.
Mine's the one winking, right? I think mine's the winking
With
one.
the side ponytail? Yeah.
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 Where is she at? Yeah.
That was a fun
Oh,
session. You guys like level 15?
It sure was.
Mine goblins.
Yes.
15, yeah.
And that was the origin of Mind Goblins, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I mean,
Thanks, Faith.
All right, so you're walking into
So
the
good.
tavern.
Yep.
Who's leading? Nim, you push the door open. The door's kind of short. You duck down. Harding, it's
Oh no, Harding.
it's pretty low. You walk up to it and it's like barely, it's like below your belly button. It's like you're gonna have to like crab walk or crawl probably to get in.
Army crawls through it.
Yeah. So you all squeeze in, and it is definitely a tavern. There's a loud babble of things going on. It's pretty packed. It's dark and smoky. The air is stale. It smells like old dried ale. There's this tiny little goblin woman with bright red, fluffy hair behind the bar, kind of running around, screaming in goblin at people.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, does anyone speak goblin?
Blaine will squeeze Hal's hand if he's paying attention.
And I can speak Goblin for a little while, or at least I can make them understand anything I say, despite whatever language I want to use, maybe like Dwarvish or Celestial. That'll only last an hour. Yeah, like we can have a regular conversation and everything would be just fine. For an hour.
All right.
You okay
Okay with that?
to do this right now? She's gonna give him a hug.
What are we trying to do? I want to make sure that we're
Well, we can start by grabbing some drinks. Don't want to just loiter, but we can also ask for some information. Possibly of our way to. We're heading out past Coldrot, so if there's any information that they can give us.
do they have any rooms here? Like, did we stay the night or?
That's true. We can ask if they have a room, and then possibly ask about the posters. A lot of them, and Grozzlepox mentioned it before, that there was a group that went missing.
And then maybe after all of that, and showing that we, care about the missing group and stuff, and giving them money, for a room and ale, maybe they'll be willing to share some information.
I will look around to see if anybody works here. Are they like exchanging currency, or are they exchanging like rusty forks or something?
It's like rat carcasses and rusty utensils. No, you hear you see and hear the clatter of coin, kind of across the bar.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody look like they're in charge?
There's just the female goblin behind the bar that seems to be running the joint.
Oh, okay. All right. I will say to Celine, let's go. He
Okay.
needs some support. And I will use universal speech to choose this creature and Celine and Nemia to understand. It says action, choose 4 creatures within 60 feet. Goblin, Celine, Nemia, and Harding. Hell, why not? Who
What
can
about
magically
you?
understand me for an hour,
Oh,
and I can converse with them for an hour, and they can understand me despite what language I speak.
So if all four that you choose can understand each other, is that how that works?
Yeah, it says the creatures you can magically understand you regardless of the language you speak. For 1 hour, you can use this feature once until you expend a long rest.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in chat.
All right, so you make your way up to the bar. So the way that reads is that the creatures you choose can understand you. I'm pretty sure the party would understand you regardless.
You could choose a few other goblins that seem like they might be willing to talk later. Just kind of guess.
Yeah, that was my first question, is like, who else was in here? That is it full of goblins, or is it kind of just this person?
Just at a quick glance across the room, it's filled, like almost packed bodies. Like it's Doomsday,
Okay.
It's Friday night, and everybody's at the tavern, kind of packed in,
Okay.
drinking, having a good time.
So one of the persons I'll select is the goblin lady, and then one is definitely Celine. So I have two more. Do I get the sense that there is anybody here who might be, number one, work for the city, number two, maybe irregular, who is half inebriated and has loose lips?
Roll a perception check for me.
I want to use the luck point. Okay, here we go.
I was about to say.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 25.
25, right on. You see at the bar is kind of an L shape, the short side going up to the wall, and the long side is people are coming and going. That's kind of where drinks are being served, and you see that behind it, this female goblin is kind of moving back and forth. But on the short side at the end, there are several stools where people are sitting. Several of them are kind of weaving a bit, and odds are those are seats for more regulars that get there early and this is my spot kind of thing. Kind of with a 25, you see that there are blood stains on the floor kind of around those stools where there have definitely been fights for the seats of privilege. This is my spot, fuck you, let's fight kind of thing.
Yep.
But other than that, it's mostly standing room only. There may be a couple tables far in the back, but it's kind of hard to see. Inside, the ceilings are high enough, Harding, that you could probably stand at a stoop. And how you also are probably standing at somewhat of a stoop, but you're not having to crawl or, walk on your knees or anything. It's just the door was small.
All right. Well, so we'll approach the area where the drinks are being served from and wait for the goblin to come out. So that person can understand me. Celine can understand me. Maybe the two regulars at the very end of the bar can magically understand me if they're within 60 feet.
Yeah, it's not a huge space, so yeah.
Yeah. And Hal will say, speaking Dwarvish, "Excuse me, my friend."
The goblin woman kind of stops in her tracks and turns.
Yes, excuse me. Do you, we would like a round for my friend, my tall friend, my purple friend, and my friend right here next to me.
She looks a little bewildered, like looking between each of you as you point each of them out. She doesn't say anything. She kind of just turns and she fills 4 mugs and she comes and she sits them down in front of you. We don't get a lot like you all in here.
I'm under disguise. And I'm leading this group through, well, I'm leading them to here, and we're hoping to get through Nogrot to Coldrot.
Oh, I see.
Do you know anybody who could help us that?
I mean, there's maybe 2 or 3 roads out of town. I mean, you just keep heading down Main Street. It's not hard to find. It's the way to Coldrot from here. That'd be 10 silver for the drinks.
All right, here you go. And I'll give them a gold and 5 silver.
Oh, well, thank you. Quickly tucks it away.
Oh, of course. There's nothing I wouldn't give for my favorite establishment. Like I said, I'm undercover, in disguise, as it were.
If you say so.
Celine whispers, and rooms? 2.
Oh, that's right. We would like, do you have any rooms available for us? At least 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms, or maybe 3 rooms?
Or just 2.
She reaches under the bar real quick and pulls out a ledger and just slams it on the counter and licks her finger and flips through some pages. I've got 1 room, 2 beds.
Are you sure you don't have 2 rooms? Like, do you have one for, like, if the person in charge comes and stays at your establishment, like a suite or something like that? It's my friend, and I point back towards Harding. They're like, literally, we've put those 2 beds together. They literally barely like fit. They're laying sideways.
She licks her finger and flips a page. Flips it back. Got 1 room, 2 beds.
I whisper to Hal, what about for performers? Wanted to perform.
Oh.
Maybe they have a spare space for that.
He brightens up a little bit. Maybe I could perhaps sing some lively tunes from our youth that the goblins enjoy. And
I mean,
look, we have gold and we have food.
we like music. It's would help with the rabble a bit since it's just rabble right now. But as I said, I've got 1 room, 2 beds. I mean, there is a floor. I could cut the price a bit for some music, I guess.
We'll at least take the 1 room, and excuse me, we'll at least take 1 room, and perhaps if we have, or if you like what they play, what's your favorite instrument, by the way?
I don't know that I have a favorite. She looks.
Some people like the violin, the lyre, the lute. Some people prefer the bagpipe because it, makes that noise.
She laughs at your imitation of a bagpipe. Sure, go with that one. She's kind of looking down the bar at all the goblin faces that are kind of waiting for drinks. As this is happening, she's just kind of antsy and ready to get back to work. She kind of slams. Okay. She slams a key on the bar.
How much for the room, and for the second room that you're going to give us after I make some music?
As I said, 1 room, 2 beds. That's all I've got. The rest are full. For the night, that would be 10 gold. She slides the key forward and kind of looks at you expectantly, waiting on the gold. And that's at a discount for the music. Head outside, around back, up the stairs. You'll find the room.
That's more than the inn at Candor, Tully. I don't have that much.
How much was it?
They said 10 gold. Or you can understand us as we're talking.
I get out 10 gold and then push it across the counter.
Quickly,
and I'll take the key.
Just long, clawed fingers scrapes it off in her pocket. Anything else? I've got to get back to work.
One more round. And where do I play? Where can I play some music?
Find a spot. Just no stage. Just if you could find a spot, it's all you. She gives you your second round, so now you've got two rounds kind of sitting in front of you. This conversation didn't take too long, but even still, she's like antsy. Yep. There's people waiting. Slides it across.
Hal will mage hand them over to across the bar to Harding, since I imagine it's a really crowded space.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, Harding, here's one, here's two, here's three. Nim, here's one for you. Celine, you want one? Should Harding have four? Okay. Oh, and Hal drinks like two of them really fast, like
to the face, kind of spilling over a little bit.
You know, trying to cover for how he's been feeling. He'll drink too fast. Okay.
And she scurries
Let's go back
down.
And talk to.
She scurries down the bar, taking orders, pulling silvers, handing mugs back.
Okay. Let's go talk to Harding and them. I think we have the rooms. We don't need anything else. They said there's really only a couple roads back, but maybe if we start to befriend some of the people here, like they could give us more information. I feel better around people. I mean, more people. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you know what I mean.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize.
Okay.
Do we want to settle in the room and then come back down for you to play?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Celine's gonna drink hers. As they walk over to Nim and Harding.
Right.
Nim is nursing hers very sleepily.
The good news is they had a room that we can stay in, and I figure we can get more info. She says there's like 3 roads out of this place. They all lead. Main road leads to Coldrot. I figure if we come back down, I said I could play some music, and maybe you guys could mingle amongst the people who enjoy the music and figure a few things out here and there. But this thing where I talked to them only lasts an hour, so we got like 45 minutes, half hour.
All right. What do you need us to? Do you need help with your performance? Do you need to just?
Well, I know a few like really popular songs in many different cultures. I can start out with the goblin song, and those 2 guys over there, the really rough looking ones, guy half his ear is gone and the other one has just one tooth. Like they can understand what I'm saying, only for a little while longer. So maybe if we get them on our side, they can like, you know, and information. They seem like they're regulars.
Hello.
Celine can talk to them too magically.
All right.
And I don't know. I mean, maybe just make sure, you know, how Harding feels about the goblins. Maybe make sure she doesn't kill anybody. I don't know.
True. Nim has yet to let go of Harding's hand. All right.
All right, let's go put our stuff away, lock the door. Do you know how to, like, with your magic like you did at the cottage?
Nim takes out a piece of wire and lays it around the door.
All right, so you guys make your way out the front,
Alarm.
real quick, around the back, up the stairs.
Yes.
A couple doors there. Kind of look and you match the key, open it. It's not a great room. There are a couple okay, lumpy looking beds, a wash basin, very small window.
Can I even fit in this room?
Yeah, I mean, you have to duck your head to get in, but it's bigger than the front door of the tavern. It's not a huge room, but it's a room. Drop your stuff off. Nim, you said you cast alarm. Take your wire out. Take a few minutes and cast alarm. And then you head back downstairs.
Were there any other exits other than the door
Not that you could see.
or entrances? Okay.
You know, I told the lady I was going to bring bagpipes, but I didn't remember through all that's gone on. I don't have bagpipes, but maybe they enjoy a good fiddle. So I will unfold my fiddle and throw it over my shoulder, grab Celine's hand, if it's okay, and we can go back.
Okay. I'll go back then.
All right, so at this point, you probably have 20 or so minutes left on your universal speech.
Yep.
All right, so you head back in.
Does Hal know some proper goblin songs from his time at the academy?
Roll a history check for me. Let's see.
All right. History is +2. Can't get below 10, and we have 22 luck points. So let's see what happens.
It's whammy, no whammy.
That's a natural 1, so I'm going to use a luck point.
That's a natural one.
That's a 15 + 2, 17.
17. You may know one. I like the...
Do I know the extended version?
You remember the music well, because that's kind of the part that your mind really grasps on. The lyrics that go along with it, since you don't know gobbledygook very clearly.
Yep.
The words are kind of hit and miss, but you definitely know the music for it. I guess you know the sounds of the lyrics well enough that you could probably make something up to fill in the gaps, but
is there any, no, this is like meta. Are there any stories of like popular goblin bards? Is there anybody who Hal might know that is a hero from a bardic sense?
So generally speaking, kind of just general world knowledge, goblins don't often leave the mountains. It's very rare that you see them. Honestly, I think before this is probably the most goblins any of you have ever seen. It may be the first goblin you've ever seen. I know that Nim saw one in Winkham in a jail cell or something at some point, but there haven't been a lot of goblin interaction so far in the campaign because they generally keep to themselves in these mountains in their own kind of lands. So probably not.
Okay.
Without looking for it specifically.
Yep.
Which you probably hadn't in the past, not knowing you'd end up here.
I was real nervous, like considering what happened back at the cave, and like he's really like anxious about this, more than he is brash, like his normal personality. Well, I think he'll start humming the song as they walk back, and he'll kind of clench or squeeze Celine's hand, like, I got this, we can do this, I can do this, okay, here we go. remember the two guys in the corner. Guys can talk together and everything works fine. Or at the end of the bar, I will do my best to play the best I can. I know one really popular goblin song, and we'll see what happens. Hope I don't screw this up.
Sounds good.
And Hal will start playing that song he knows as he enters the side door, whichever door we had to leave to go around the back.
All right. So as you begin stroking your fiddle, as it were, roll a performance check for me. I don't have any music queued up for this. I never know what to expect with you guys.
Yep. All right. I'm going to give myself an inspiration before I do. I'll take a deep breath and kind of count to 10 before I start going in. I'll give myself an inspiration. What is the bardic versatility, blah, blah, blah. Can make okay, that's persuasion or deception, so that's not performance. Here we go. I mean, I got 21 or 11 more luck points, so let's find out what happens.
Using a luck.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I don't know what I rolled yet. Oh, that's another natural one, so I will use a luck
Is that
point.
2 natural ones in a row?
Yeah.
Not counting luck.
Thank you,
All
Sedge,
right.
for all the bits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a 19
19 plus your
Nice.
ability.
plus 12.
Okay. So you bust up in.
I'm going to burn my inspiration because I felt like inspired or compelled.
Yeah.
And that's another 6. 37.
37. It's one of the most perfectly played pieces you can remember having played. Despite your nerves, everything that had happened, you feel like you're back in your element as the music begins to ring through the room.
I feel like goblin music is like punk rock.
Yeah.
Like really rousing and like
Yeah,
hard hitting.
It starts fast, and you kind of see you can see and you can feel the energy in the room change as everyone's kind of drinking their drinks, and they immediately just begin kind of moving with the music, kind of this waving crowd of little goblins just kind of jumping up and down. There's sloshing and stuff happening as you move through the room and you're playing your song. So while this is happening, Harding and Nim, what are you doing before Celine goes and talks to the regulars? It's loud in here. There's a lot of babble. The music is playing.
Is probably watching for anyone that is paying very close attention to Hal and or Celine or the rest of us, honestly. Like anyone there's people that are going to be watching Hal, but people who are watching closely.
Okay. Roll a perception check. You're sketched out in a strange place. Gotcha.
I would like to use a luck point, please.
What did you roll?
A 5.
Man, you guys are rolling shitty tonight. I love it.
That's going to be a 16.
16. You kind of scan the crowd. You don't really... You're trying to take in every face, but there's so many faces. And they all kind of blend together. You've seen a goblin or two in your time, so they all just kind of look the same. Until you kind of get to... There's this one in the corner that's looking right back at you. And as you keep kind of scanning along, looking at all the faces, you look back and they're gone. Imagine all the while you're doing this, you're still clutching at Harding. Harding, you're kind of stooped in this room. What are you doing?
Are you still touched on to me?
Yes.
I'm clutched on to Nim. I just have a look of like I'm just not having a good time. Like I'm in this small ass room. There's a bunch of loud ass goblins. I'm like clutching my dagger in a nonchalant way, and I'm just straight up not vibing, bro.
Having a very bad, no good time.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't like the fact that you probably wouldn't be able to draw your sword in this room.
Mm.
And that makes you very like you'd have to like almost like get on your knees
on the
or like
floor.
lay down to draw your sword and then stand back up, and even still like swinging it would be difficult. And that makes you very uncomfortable because it's your sword. You got to be
I'll
able
wield
to
that sword like my third leg.
you got to be able to whip it out and swing it around if you want.
Waka waka.
It was right there. I had to do it. Sorry.
As well, just
Whip it out.
Swing it around.
Helicopter.
Nim is whenever Nim
Goblin
like
ears and heads
sees
are
the
just.
goblin.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Which
Whenever Nim sees the goblin that's locked eyes with her and she still scans across, she probably squeezes Harding's hand and like nods towards the goblin. It probably slips out of view, but Nim's like the extra squeeze. I said what I said. No takes backsies.
Do you notice this, Harding? The extra squeeze.
Harding's ears just start going red.
All right. Celine, you move to the end of the bar.
Yes, I do want clarification real quick. Okay, so there's 3 goblins. How many of them are in the blood seats?
It's not. The floor itself
You know
is
what I mean.
the blood seats. The floor itself is generally kind of darker stained, where there have probably been fights in this corner almost. It's a corner that abuts the bar with a few stools. There are 3 of them, as Hal said. There's one that's kind of missing its ear and one with its tooth. But just kind of generally, this whole area seems to be stained.
So all of them are on the blood seats. Cool.
Correct.
There are 2 of them that are together, though, right? And there's one that's a little bit apart from them or something.
It's hard to
I
tell.
heard some sort of. Okay, cool.
They're all kind of
Shows the
available.
2 guys at the end
There's 2
and
guys.
the bartender person.
There's
The bartender. That's right.
Yeah.
Bartender.
Yeah.
And then the other 2.
It's the 2 closest that can the tooth and the ear that can understand you.
Cool. So she's gonna go over there and speak in common, but just to clarify, I guess. But she's going to not get too close and not be aggressive anyway, so they don't think I'm trying to steal their seats. uh, she's gonna kind of go up towards them in a space that's kind of open near them. And if there's something to lean on there or not, then whatever happens, happens. But if there's somewhere to lean on, she wants to lean against it. And she's just gonna say, "Hey, do y'all like this song?"
The one closest to you is the one with the tooth. Kind of looks over. What?
The song. Do you like it?
Oh yeah, yeah. He just kind of nods.
Oh, okay. What about you? To the other one.
Yeah. Kind of leans over to his friend. You can't hear. They're kind of whispering.
Okay.
He just non-committally, sure, stranger, and nods at you.
Yeah, want a couple of rounds?
Always take a drink.
Cool. She'll order him a couple of rounds. Why not? So
So
that's a gold.
So you stand there and you kind of It takes a minute. The place is busy, and since Hal has started playing his song, people have started ordering more drinks. So
Yeah,
the
kids are still in
bartender's running around like crazy. So it takes about 10 minutes.
As we're waiting, she will keep talking then.
Okay.
Because that's too long to not. Okay. So she will I wish I was Nim. Okay.
Nim is experiencing mental trauma. Why do you want to be Nim?
Trauma round 2.
Well, I mean, was Nim there whenever
11.
the goblins literally came and attacked everybody? Like Celine was? So hard to talk to goblins. He says, so what do y'all do for work around here?
The one closest to you, the tooth goblin. Well, I'm a rat catcher. I catch rats.
Good, honest work.
Not really.
There's too many rats.
Exactly.
Good.
Not very honest.
Well, I guess that depends on how you're paid.
Exactly. The other one just kind of shrugs and looks away. He's not much for conversation as he just is drinking his drink.
Yeah. No, we're just kind of passing through. And she's still like, doing this thing, like the,
Mm-hmm. I got you.
whenever you're ready, just periodically throughout the conversation. So what exactly do you do with the rats? Do you have to like take them to a specific location?
Well, I catch him and I take him back to the boss. Pays me per rat. It's not great, but pays for drinks. And truth be told, I eat some of the rats. 'Cause I'm hungry. So it's food and drink. Yeah. I survive. That's fine. You kind of see his buddy elbowing him, like, stop talking to her. Kind of catch that he's talking too much.
Darn it.
I was so hung up, or he's so enraptured by the song. He knows that his singing of this song or humming or whatever it might be is gonna come to an end. So he starts to move his way across through the crowd, like dancing with the different groups of goblins and like really getting them roused up. And he'll stop playing the fiddle, but he'll hopefully keep the group of goblins as he moves from group to group just singing the song over and over, so there's a melody that continues throughout the room. And I think he's so caught up with it, he'll circle back around the bar and he'll see Celine there talking with a group of goblins, and he'll kind of reach out his hand like, can I have this dance? But it's more like frantic, that is going along with the mood of the music.
She'll just say, well, maybe we could talk more tomorrow or something about, your route you take or something. And then she'll like drop the money so that the drinks are going to be paid for whenever she eventually brings them. And then she'll take Cal's hand. She was floundering a little bit. She was about to be like, hey, secret routes. You want to take me to Coldrot? Yeah. But she couldn't do that.
He kind of just waves you off and like splits the silver with his buddy. As you walk away, the bartender runs up and brings them drinks, kind of like. And the two of you move off into the crowd. So the song you're playing is like Shine On You Crazy Diamond parts 1 through 9. So it's, 28 minutes long. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good musically. It's the goblin version.
He remembers Celine dancing in the tunnels, which is what drew him back like towards her, because he's almost at an elative experience in this music where everybody's just going absolutely bananas for it. And I think in his mind, everything blurs out except for this song and this person. And he looks at Celine and he sees a young lady who is maybe 20 years old, 18 to 20 years old, long dark hair, bright green eyes, but she's not an elf. And he is dancing with this person, and he sees this other person who clearly looks very similar to Celine, who is not Celine. And he's caught up so much in the motion of the moment where he remembers the last time before he left when he danced with Caroline, and the way he felt. And he gets swept up in that. And until the song ends, he will continue to dance. And then I think at one point, everything starts to calm down and he moves back to reality. And I think you see him turn, or at least his eyes downcast a little bit, and he turns a little bit red, maybe embarrassed, maybe a bit ashamed of how he was feeling in the moment while they were dancing.
With your passive, Celine, you're very aware of all of this.
You will not say anything right now. She'll just
And
kind of
before
smile softly.
Things get a little bit crazy in the crazed goblin hall. I think Hal will make his way, towards the exit, so he's not stuck in the middle.
Is he still holding on to Celine?
Yeah, unless Lise feels like they're going to want to stay and party with the goblins.
So as Hal and Celine kind of move towards the exit, Nim, Harding, anything happening? Y'all just kind of goblin watching.
She's taking that. She's like,
Fuck this.
Shut
Goblin watching.
Fuck this, I'm done.
fuck this place.
Yeah. All right. So name your drug out the front door by Harding forcefully.
All right.
Excellent.
Back out onto the street. You guys heading back to the room?
I think so.
All right. So you make your way back around, back up. You never heard anything with your alarm spell, so your stuff is still there when you get back in. The sound of the rowdy goblins below in the tavern kind of dims. You can still hear it a bit through the floor, but it's quieter. You are all now alone together in this room. What you doing?
I didn't really get any information. The guys that I was talking to seems like he does some sort of like under the table stuff that's kind of not what you're supposed to do or something. So, his friend was trying to get him to stop talking. So I didn't get anywhere with that. But at least Hal found out earlier where Coldrot is.
That's true.
She'll lock the door.
Nim's gonna, whenever you do that, Nim's gonna say, we're being watched. Someone's got an eye out for us. Already.
Doesn't really surprise me, given we're not goblins.
Yeah. I'm hoping that
She's a little shaky right now.
I'm hoping that we can get some rest tonight. Hal?
Hello, Nim. How are you?
I wish I could say that I was good. But been not a roller coaster. What's a roller coaster? In a range of emotions. Are you okay?
I mean, I'm here. I'm alive. Like, I thought Dante was gone. And then he came back. And then he was gone.
Yeah.
He was the one with the map. And the way through this place. I'm lost. I don't belong here.
Do you mean in the north, or do you mean with the Nildoran?
I mean, I don't like the snow or walking or anything like that. And we go outside, guess what? Yeah, there's snow and we get to walk. So, that aside, I'll look at Harding. I'm not brave like Harding. I'm not brave like Dante. Maybe a little wiser, but not like that. We should have ran. And to be honest, I did run. I ran. As you guys did your thing, I ran away. but something pulled me back, and it wasn't what I thought it might have been. My mind was playing tricks on me, and I look over towards Celine. I always want to ask or say, ever since we met, like, did you know a merchant marine probably 20 some years ago? But it's inappropriate for me to ask that, but it is in my head. You remind me of somebody so much, and because of that, it brought me back to, yes, I ran, and I was going to run through these tunnels until I couldn't find anything else, but I couldn't leave Celine or the rest of you until you were ready to go. I don't know why Dante said he needed to stand by the hand with the plaid blanket or whatever, but I'm not like you all. I'm a simple man who likes music and fun and drinks and conversation. But I'm way over my head here, and I miss the people in my life from before.
It's hard to feel like you belong where you are when your heart is somewhere else. She looks over to Nim and Harding. Not everyone is as lucky to travel with their heart. A lot of people have to leave it behind. You will return to her. You have a goal. Is that still your goal?
Well, no, I have to get back. I almost said Celine. I have to get back to Caroline. At the end of all of this, she is waiting for me in Candor with her father, the captain. I don't know what he is, a merchant marine or whatever. But every time I look at you, my heart quickens because you remind me so much of her. And I feel, I don't know, ashamed, embarrassed. Because I know you are not her. I mean, but still, it's uncanny resemblance of somebody that I left. That doesn't feel like so long ago, but it feels so long ago. Who, if I go back, when I go back, like, will she still be there waiting? Will she want to, if I don't make a name for myself, that is a requirement from her father, be more than just a bard or a music man or whatever whatever he wants to say about me. So I don't know. I didn't want to, the thought of not being able to return because I died at the end of some giant demon's whip that was on fire really scared me. But I guess, I don't know, if she wasn't in my head, and if you didn't remind me of that person, I would have kept running.
Well, maybe it would help for us to pay a visit. That way you get to see her again. You can talk about all the stuff you've succeeded at so far. Let her know a little bit about the journey you're on.
I mean, I barely know how to sail, and her dad has some, sailing operation, merchant marine, smuggler. I don't have no idea, but that's what he does. And I'm supposed to take over the family business, and I don't know how to do that. That's why you showed me all of those things on the boat. do this, do that. I was asking Grog's his crew how to do some of that stuff, but if it's not music or speech or something, I feel like I am absolutely lost.
Well, maybe you don't need to know all the little things. You inspire people. So, I mean, if you have a whole crew, you being there is what's going to hold them together, right? So focus on that and not necessarily all of the little things. Trust your crew to do all of that stuff, and you just focus on how to be there for people and support them and lead them and let them do their jobs and trust them to.
I'm going to be honest. Every time you talk, I cannot see anybody but Caroline, and it's really weird. I'm going to be completely honest. I feel like I don't know, some kind of way, and then you smile like that, and I go like, okay.
Celine's gonna try to talk like a man.
Roll a performance check. You lower your voice. See how well you do it.
That's a 15.
Yeah, it's
So,
passable.
does it help if I do like this a little bit?
I mean, in a weird kind of way, yeah, it kind of does. But I don't expect you to walk around and talk like that the whole time. I don't know. It was so much happened in the last day. It started with the snow, and then the darkness, and then the goblins, and then so I might need how do I say? I might need some time alone, but I don't want to be alone.
And quiet.
Yes. Quiet.
You could make that.
I was just going to say that I think that at least for tonight, tomorrow we can manage quiet. If, given the circumstances of everything, but if you change your mind and you need something else, you're not alone. At least not in the physical. And sometimes we may not have the right words or know what to do about the mental, but you're not alone.
I appreciate that. Miss Celine, I hope you don't feel uncomfortable by me telling how I feel and what I thought and what I see, and that could be a little overwhelming for, I understand. So, Nem, do these books you guys discuss, this book club, do they have like a music book or something? Do you know anything about that? I'm thinking maybe that would be good for me.
I wish that I could tell you more. Unfortunately, I'm learning as much about the tomes as we go. The most that I know is that there might be a few more. But unfortunately, the thing with being lost for so long is that there's no written history of them. So we don't know how many there are, and we don't know who all can hold them. We do know that they choose their wielder, and they like to show up in dreams. So, I mean, there might be one.
I'll walk over towards Celine And he will like kind of hold his hand out a little bit.
He'll take it.
He will like put his other hand around behind his back, and he'll lean over like for what he's seen from Celine's family and the parties that they have. He'll lean forward and kind of give her a courtly kiss, not make any physical contact, but at least the gesture. And he will smile to her and say, thank you. I appreciate you leading me through the darkness. I mean, you literally led me through the darkness. So thank you.
I'll be your eyes anytime. And it's okay. It makes me wish that I could help, but even if I had the right words to say, I'm still me. So if I wanted to be there for you, me being there for you could make it worse. So it's not that it makes me uncomfortable that I remind you of her. It's that I can't do anything about it. And if I try, I'll make it worse. So I kind of at a weird spot for me. I'm not used to wanting to help, and if I do, I could make it worse. Just a little hard, I guess.
I mean, when you're talking like a man, it was working pretty good. So
All right, well, I'll just keep doing that.
I thought.
So as this conversation is happening, Harding, I imagine you're listening, especially when Nim starts speaking.
Of course. I'm trying to figure out how to get comfortable in this room where if I sneezed wrong, I could hit my head through the ceiling. I really got nothing.
You got nothing? All right. Well, you've all had a very, very long day. Is there anything else you want to do before you go to sleep?
We should probably set up watches.
Yeah.
I mean, since you had the alarm spell up, it's
Probably
not
should.
really necessary with me trancing because I'm partially aware anyways when I'm trancing. So, I mean, maybe not.
I mean, there's one way into the room. I mean, we like lean Harding up here, or we push the beds together sideways, and Harding lays down, and like they can't move. Like it'll take like 20 of them.
Harding barricade.
Hold on.
Hodo.
Harding the door. Hardor. Hardor.
Hardor. Hardor.
All right, so you barricade the door a little bit. I mean, you've got your alarm spell, and Celine will be semi-aware.
Celine's gonna sit in a corner.
All right. As you all settle
On
in.
top of she'll let out her sleeping bag and she'll like sit on it.
There you go.
Little cushion.
Little cushion. So you all kind of find your places. Just kind of bed down. Maybe 10 minutes pass. when the room suddenly lights up. It's flashing golden radiant light. And Dante just kind of clatters to the floor in the middle of the room. Out of nowhere. And we'll pick up there next session. We're going to end it a little early tonight. I have life things to do tomorrow, so I can't stay up too awfully late. And I think we need a full party to continue after everything that's happened, so seems to be a good stopping point. Can begin after a long rest. Well, you'll talk to Dante and then probably long rest, so we'll see what happens there. See where Dante was and what was going on. I hate to end it early, but I want to make
a lot happened.
a lot did.
A lot
Right.
happened. It's also been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can push forward next time and probably get some resolution with the Dante stuff. Get out of Nogrot and onto Coldrot and into the thick of the big plot.
Into the thick of it.
I mean, this plot stuff has been building for 30 sessions. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
So what do we got? 66. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I'll have to go back and look, but let's see if we have any friends on to raid. I think that'll work. Thank you all for hanging out with us in our nonsense, and our gutter ball jokes. I'm not sure if we're on next week. I think because our schedule is off, we should be on next week, but originally it was an off week. I don't know. We'll let you know. In
July 4th
Discord.
is on the following Friday, just FYI.
Yeah, so that one will probably definitely be off. So I'm gonna say we're probably on next week. I'm not setting anything in stone, but probably, because I don't know if I want to go 2 weeks off again. Hop on our Discord. Check our Twitch schedule. I tend to keep it up to date if things are happening or not. But we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us and our ridiculousness. We'll see you soon. Thanks for all the gifts.
Thanks, you guys.
Okay, we love you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Phoenix.
Thanks for hanging out. Da 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 da. We're solid 10 D&D. We have fun, rolling dice and make believe. Da 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 da. We love you. Thanks for being you. We're solid 10 D&D. We have fun, rolling dice and make believe. We love you. Thanks for being you. We're solid 10 D&D. We have fun, rolling dice and make believe. Ooh, 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 ooh. We love you. Thanks for being you. We're solid 10 D&D. We have fun. We have fun, rolling dice and make believe. It's late, you're great. Share the solid 10 D&D love. Okay, buddy. Okay. Hey.